In the quiet stillness of a suburban street, a shadow moves under the cover of night. Behind the glowing windows of a family home, a web of lies is waiting to unravel. What begins as love and trust will end in betrayal and bloodshed. This is the story of Mark, a man with everything to lose, and the secrets that destroyed it all. A serene, picturesque suburban neighborhood at dawn. Mark, a well-dressed man in his 30s, smiles as he kisses his wife, Sarah, goodbye at the front door of their cozy home. Sarah, wearing a warm sweater, waves cheerfully as Mark walks toward his car, briefcase in hand. Their young daughter plays in the front yard, her laughter filling the air. The soft, golden light of the morning sun highlights the peacefulness and warmth of their family life. The scene radiates an image of happiness, perfection, and an idyllic family moment, setting the stage for a dark secret lurking beneath the surface. Inside the family home, Sarah sits at the dining table, holding a phone in one hand, her face reflecting growing concern. On the table beside her lies a crumpled receipt from an upscale restaurant, one that she doesn't remember. The soft light from the chandelier above casts long shadows, enhancing the eerie tension in the room. Her fingers nervously trace the edges of the receipt, as she processes the unsettling discovery. The air is thick with suspicion, and the peaceful family home now feels heavy with the weight of unanswered questions. In a quiet, dimly lit coffee shop, Sarah nervously meets with a private investigator. The investigator, a mysterious figure, sits across from her, their face partially obscured by shadows, giving an air of secrecy. Sarah's expression is tense, filled with anxiety and uncertainty as she explains her suspicions. Her hands fidget with the edge of her coffee cup. The shop's warm lighting contrasts with the growing sense of unease, while rain streaks down the large window behind them, adding a noir atmosphere to the scene. The conversation is heavy, filled with the weight of the truth that Sarah is about to uncover. The private investigator hands Sarah a folder filled with damning photographs. As Sarah flips through the images, her hands tremble. One particular photo stands out, Mark, holding hands with a mysterious woman in a secluded park, their faces close as they share an intimate moment. Sarah's eyes widen in disbelief and pain. The scene is set in her living room, dimly lit by a single lamp, creating a sense of isolation. The photographs, scattered across the table, glow under the soft light, revealing the depth of Mark's betrayal. The atmosphere is heavy with the weight of the shocking truth Sarah is now forced to confront. A chaotic nighttime crime scene outside a small apartment complex, illuminated by the flashing red and blue lights of police cars. Officers cordon off the area with yellow tape as detectives gather evidence. In the foreground, Mark is being led away in handcuffs by two officers, his face a mix of disbelief and desperation. Behind him, neighbors peek through their windows, and reporters with cameras swarm the scene. The atmosphere is tense and charged with suspense, as the mystery of the woman's death unfolds under the dark, cloudy sky. A tense courtroom scene featuring Mark on the witness stand, his side profile illuminated by harsh courtroom lighting. His face is etched with desperation, his hands gripping the edge of the stand as he testifies. In the audience, Sarah sits rigidly, her expression a heartbreaking mix of anger and sadness as she watches him. The courtroom atmosphere is heavy, with a judge presiding over the scene, jurors watching intently, and the prosecution's table stacked with evidence. The dramatic tension fills the room, capturing the weight of betrayal and the pursuit of justice. As the final piece of damning evidence was laid out in the courtroom, the truth about Mark's involvement in the crime was undeniable. The room fell silent, all eyes on the prosecutor as the lies unraveled. Mark, once full of bravado, now sat slumped in his seat, his face pale and full of guilt. Sarah, sitting in the gallery, her heart heavy with both anger and sadness, couldn't bear to watch anymore. As the verdict was announced, she stood up and, without looking back, walked out of the courtroom, holding her daughter's hand tightly. Mark, standing in the distance, could do nothing but watch them leave, his family gone, his life shattered. The truth had been unveiled, and Sarah was now walking into a new future without him. Thanks for watching. For more interesting videos, please subscribe.